So they'll be calling you a radical. This is real important. I'm going to put up 2 videos and concerning death, cancer, surviving Fukushima, the catastrophe. So Iki, the most famous athlete in the history of Japan, is fighting for her life, full of leukemia. Fukushima caused leukemia. Fukushima, the cover-up. So this is important. State Secrets Act. I was heavily involved in trying to fight that back here in the United States. That's who set this. Obama, Trump. Trump's a dirtbag, just like Obama, a B. So this is real important. So she tweeted out of the room. She's tweeted multiple times about Fukushima. Now, remember, this is against the law over there. They'll kill you, put your brain. She's in the fight of her life. She's in a bone marrow transplant. She's in the throes right now, big time. And I'm going to list a list. I'll put all kinds of links to all these famous, incredible people that have died of leukemia. You've been socially engineered in this country to not fight back. I mean, this is coming from Kevin Blanche. This is real important. I got leukemia in 2011. It's a 1% survival bracelet. I went in with 44 different people, including Marshall Jensen was in the room next to me. Marshall Jensen is the most famous leukemia case in the United States in 20 years easily. He's the first one to get the HIV injection into his guts. The AIDS. Now, this is important. So the seals post-Fukushima have been spiking, the sea lions and the seals have been spiking full of leukemia. We can't figure out why. Scientists are mystified about it. So it's off the hook. Now, we know that the research has been done that transmittable leukemia, yes, it's a real thing, in oysters, in starfish, in different marine life, is very real. We know that AIDS patients at the end of their lives get a virus that actually turns into a cancer that kills them. It's a very real thing. So Marshall Jensen was the first patient. He and I had to make the decision on the bone marrow transplant center, having the transplant or not the same day. I didn't have one. I was too sick. Marshall was young, 27. He had it. So he's the very first patient in the world to get the HIV injection, to fight back. Now, I'm friends with his wife. He had a little boy at the time. He was 27 years old. KSL did a grandstand. Everybody, yeah, as long as you're, oh, okay, yeah, he's a survivor. And here's the problem. A lot of activists have died of leukemia ASAP. The Duke Energy CEO, that scumbag who was pro-nuclear energy, just died of leukemia. The leukemia epidemic's off the hook. But you're posturing your groom to, okay, yay, oh, as long as everybody's, do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. I mean, this freaking will kill you. So Marshall's wife says that it was just a mistake that took his life. People are surviving because of Marshall. He was a gem. So you'll think I'm crazy on this, but I've always said my leukemia, I was in the bone marrow transplant. I went on 11-11-11. I have AML de novo. The survival rate is pretty well 0. Vincent Hansen in this hospital I'm going to see today. Well, I'm going to get a test results today. He's a famous anti-nuclear, incredible oncologist. He saved my life. He's the one that diagnosed I have AML de novo, which is leukemia presents in tumors. Yes, it's a death sentence. He believed in me, sent me into the bone marrow transplant at LDS on 11-11-11. Yeah, I went in on 3/11s. So I had a dream. I had a dream before I got cancer, this utopic fucking dream. In Danish philosophy, Fimbo Peterson, the only reason they took me, because of my anti-nuclearism, and Vincent had known me since I was a child. I'm intense as fuck. If you don't know anything about me, I just came from I was showing these young people how I do my spiritual workout. Just now. I rattled off 50 jump push-ups. That's push-ups where your feet leave the ground without stopping today. I figured they're like, I never seen anything like you. And I'm 59 years old. I'm intense. I'm hardcore. I'm fucking radical. And I fight the fuckers that give me cancer. Now remember, I had a dietitian / cancer psychologist / PA named Kelly. She was very emotional with me. She would get all choked up and she would cry. She was the greatest ever. She helped me a lot. She talked about the intensity of the fight. I mean, she helped me so much as far as spirituality, psychology of this fight. I go into these support groups. They don't like me because I'm too fucking intense. So I'm involved in the 1% study. That's John Hopkins' 1% survival bracelet. The people that survive are intense as fuck. Because you've all been postured and groomed to fucking accept these cancer, rash, or death. You don't know how to fight back. Just like the environmentalist community. You claim you're an environmentalist. You're not a fucking environmentalist. You're not. You're not. Unless you're taking off Fukushima, the greatest evil. I mean, so this is real important. I'll do another one by the pond because it's snowing outside. This is in the hospital because I have a dietitian I work with here. So I always say I have an angel every time I'm so stressed out, and I don't look back. Remorse will kill you. You have to fight against the people that gave this disease to you. The fucking corporate horrors, the nuclear crime syndicate who did this. So I have this angel that comes and see me in the night, in my dreams. It's fairy. She fucking massages my back, tickles me, whatever. My daughters, my grandchildren are saying, is that fairy, that angel still coming seeing you? Both my grandsons simultaneously were born this month. March 11th, they'll be 8. My pair of 11s. No, Mama. We saw the angel. The angel's real. Came to me in my dreams again last night. Kevin, these fuckers that plagiarize you, that go after you, you fight the fuckers back. But you need to write your book. You need to fucking start talking about your survival of cancer. The bottom line is surviving this. Surviving. So she's tweeting about Fukushima out the room. Now, remember, she cannot talk about the disaster. They will lock her. They don't care if she's got cancer. They'll just go in there and fucking kill her. So another Danish swimmer who had leukemia has been tweeting back and forth. 2 different news agencies in Japan have been reporting these tweets. I'll post one of them. All of a sudden, they've gone away. They've disappeared. She knows about Fukushima. She's talking about Fukushima as far as she can go. She's not talking. She's talking about all the people, the hundreds of thousands that were killed in the tsunami, which is a horrible tragedy. And the hundreds. So she's talking. She's talking. Yeah, they sent the Reagan in and murdered them too. She knows. So they're circling the wagons on her. 2020 Leukemia Games. By the way, I was a distance runner when I was young, a good one. I used to run against Ice Stone. I've been talking to him. I've been talking to his group. You're out of your fucking mind, you go. So this incredible rash, the young girl who was famous fighting cancer in the Philippines, you know, her feel-good fairy tale freaking website, yay, if I can get millions of views, she's dead. So, 19, I mean, there's a rash, this leukemia epidemic's off because you don't know how to fight back. I'm going to do another video, the intense version. I'm going to show you how to fight fucking back. It's creative, it's dynamic. Is it about exercise? Oh, yeah. You hike, you fight. Intense. Diet? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm a big juicer. I'll talk about my diet in the next fucking video. 8 hours of sleep? Yeah, but that's it. I mean, 8 hours, you don't need rest. You need to fucking go. I mean, I walked the whole coast of California. But the key to this is fighting back against these fucking monsters. The key is surviving. You should live to be 100 years old. Easily. 100. Easily. I had over. I mean, this fight has been so intense. I'm shooting this because I'm waiting for my results on my blood work. I feel good. I mean, physically, I'm an incredible beast. My eyesight is actually better. You know, I'm like all, 50-year-old men. Our eyesight's go. I don't even use reading glasses anymore. My daughter says, you're a phenomenon. I'm intense. My vision's come back. My vision's better than it was before I got cancer. I've had chemo so fucking hard you don't even know. I didn't have a bone marrow transplant. I want to say this to her. You fight these motherfuckers. You fight these motherfuckers. If we got to, I'll work on whatever I got to do to get you out of there, get you into Austria. I'm going to have to seek political asylum in Austria too because these fuckers are trying to spray Roundup all over my house. The state of Utah, the governor wants me dead here in Utah. The attorney general wants me dead. They've full launch. Mike Lee taught me how to Medicaid while I was full of cancer after I forked over $1 million. They're trying to kill me physically. I mean, literally. That's what they do. That's what they want. These are degenerate scumbags. You fight this machine. There's a reason we're 1%ers. Because 99% don't know how to fucking fight. They don't know how. My path. All you fuckers that plagiarize me, wrote books, you weakling cowards that call yourselves environmentalists, you're not environmentalists. You fucking need to learn to fight. My Special Forces father, Marine, they murdered. Oh, he was a fighter. I've seen some of the greatest fighters in the world go down. but we fight to the death. Boy, you're way too pretty to have an opinion. Shut the fuck up and get to work. Oh, I ain't so pretty. Scars across my face. That's from a fucking... You don't even want to know my path. You don't want to know. But I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil. And we're all up against it now. So, stand tuned. We're going to fight these motherfuckers. So she's tweeting out of the room about Fukushima. She knows. They've got the wagon circle on her. I'll post her one tweet. They pulled it down. She's in the throes right now, hardcore. Young lady, I got your back. I want to say this to her, Iki. I've got your back. I've got your back. These motherfuckers want to fucking kill you. She knows that it's Fukushima that did it. She knows. She's tweeting about Fukushima. She knows. Remember those guys that Obama murdered? By the way, Obama's economic advisor, the globalist, he put a gun in his mouth and blew his head off yesterday. All kinds of these. The CEO of Duke Energy, pro-nuclear, covered up Fukushima. He died of leukemia freaking last month. So these fake... I want to say this to the great environmentalist in Oregon. She just passed away. I think she was 90. Eastern Oregon. She was the greatest. Them old schoolers, they knew how to fight. Get intense. These fuckers want to take your tweets down and propagate your fucking life, your brilliant, fucking beautiful, incredible athletic life, breaking all those records, the greatest athlete. Take one for the team. Fuck you, Reagan. Fuck you, Reagan. We hate that motherfucker. We hate Bush. We hate Obama. We hate Trump even worse than all of them. Pro-nuclear fucking rats. Hate them all. Fuck these politicians and these fucking whores. Fight the fuck back. Stand tuned. 1212. My number used to be 1111, but I changed it to 1212 because that's the year that I knew I was going to survive. Stand tuned. What a war.